Goodbye high blood pressure. High blood pressure is often called the silent danger because it creeps in without obvious symptoms, yet it slowly strains the heart, the arteries, and even the brain. Each morning, the choices made at the breakfast table can either raise that risk or gently lower it. The encouraging news is that certain drinks, rooted in both tradition and research, can naturally support healthier blood pressure levels. By starting the day with the right glass, anyone over 50 can protect their heart, improve circulation, and feel stronger. These small, steady changes may be the most powerful medicine of all. If caring for your heart matters to you, stay with us and become part of this supportive community. Subscribe for more trusted health guidance, give this video a like to share its message, and add your experience in the comments. Your voice could inspire someone else toward better health. Warm lemon water is one of the simplest drinks to prepare in the morning, yet it offers benefits that directly support healthier blood pressure. Lemons are naturally rich in vitamin C, potassium, and flavonoids, and when combined with warm water, they create a gentle way to rehydrate the body after sleep. Hydration itself is important for controlling blood pressure, since dehydration can cause blood vessels to constrict and increase strain on the heart. Beginning the day with a glass of warm lemon water restores fluid balance and allows the circulatory system to function more smoothly. Vitamin C plays a central role in supporting vascular health. Studies have shown that people with higher vitamin C intake tend to have better endothelial function, meaning the inner lining of their blood vessels remains more flexible and responsive. Doctors explain that stiff, inflexible arteries contribute to high blood pressure because the heart must pump harder to move blood through them. By keeping blood vessels supple, vitamin C helps reduce this strain and lowers overall risk. A single lemon can provide more than 30% of the recommended daily intake, making it an easy source of this protective nutrient. Potassium is another mineral present in lemon juice, and it is closely tied to blood pressure regulation. Doctors frequently remind patients that potassium helps balance sodium in the body. High sodium intake contributes to hypertension by causing fluid retention and narrowing blood vessels. Potassium counteracts this effect by helping the kidneys flush out excess sodium, reducing pressure on the circulatory system. Even modest increases in potassium from natural sources like lemons can contribute to healthier blood pressure readings, especially for older adults who may be more sensitive to sodium. Flavonoids in lemons add another layer of protection. These plant-based antioxidants reduce oxidative stress, which damages the cells lining blood vessels. Oxidative stress not only accelerates aging but also impairs circulation and raises blood pressure. Research has shown that citrus flavonoids support nitric oxide production, which relaxes and widens blood vessels. Wider vessels mean easier blood flow and less pressure on the heart. Doctors emphasize that consistent, small sources of antioxidants from foods like lemons provide steady, long-term support for cardiovascular health. Warm lemon water also benefits digestion, and while this may seem unrelated, it plays a role in blood pressure management. A smooth digestive process prevents bloating, discomfort, and fluid imbalance, all of which can indirectly affect cardiovascular strain. Some studies suggest that citric acid in lemon enhances mineral absorption, including magnesium and calcium, which are both important for vascular relaxation. Seniors who drink lemon water in the morning may therefore experience subtle but meaningful improvements in how their body regulates blood pressure throughout the day. Doctors caution that lemon juice is acidic, so it should be diluted adequately in warm water to prevent irritation of the stomach or tooth enamel. Using half a lemon in a glass of warm water is generally sufficient. The warmth of the water itself is soothing and supports circulation, making it more beneficial than cold water upon waking. Regular practice matters most. Drinking lemon water occasionally will not provide the same results as making it a daily habit. What makes warm lemon water effective is not that it is a cure on its own, but that it supports multiple mechanisms at once: hydration, vascular flexibility, antioxidant protection, and sodium balance. Each of these factors influences blood pressure, and together they create a meaningful difference. For seniors seeking natural, low-cost, and easily sustainable habits, this simple drink is a practical way to start the morning with care for both the heart and blood vessels. Hibiscus tea is a brightly colored herbal infusion made from the dried petals of the hibiscus flower, and it has been widely studied for its blood pressure lowering effects. Unlike many other teas, hibiscus is naturally caffeine-free, making it a safe option for seniors who need to avoid stimulants. Its benefit comes mainly from anthocyanins, the natural pigments that give hibiscus its deep red color. Doctors highlight anthocyanins for their ability to relax blood vessels and reduce the stiffness that contributes to hypertension. By improving the flexibility of arteries, hibiscus tea allows blood to flow more easily, lowering pressure on the heart. Research strongly supports hibiscus as an effective natural aid for blood pressure. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that adults who drank 3 cups of hibiscus tea daily experienced significant reductions in both systolic and diastolic blood pressure compared to those given a placebo. These results are consistent with other trials, leading many doctors to recommend hibiscus tea as a complementary habit for patients managing hypertension. For seniors, the effect is particularly meaningful, since even modest reductions in blood pressure can lower the risk of heart attack and stroke. Hibiscus tea also contains polyphenols and flavonoids that work as antioxidants. Oxidative stress damages the inner lining of blood vessels and reduces their ability to expand and contract properly. Over time, this damage contributes to chronic high blood pressure. By neutralizing free radicals, the antioxidants in hibiscus protect the vascular system and reduce long-term strain. Some studies suggest that hibiscus may also improve cholesterol profiles, which further supports cardiovascular health. Doctors point out that a combination of lower blood pressure and healthier cholesterol creates a powerful protective effect for aging hearts. Another benefit of hibiscus tea is its mild diuretic property. This means it helps the body release excess fluid and sodium through urination. Doctors frequently explain that excess sodium is one of the main drivers of high blood pressure. By promoting fluid balance without harsh medication, hibiscus tea provides a natural way to ease the burden on blood vessels. For seniors who must be careful about maintaining hydration, hibiscus offers a gentle and manageable approach when consumed in moderate amounts. Preparation is simple. Steeping 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried hibiscus petals in hot water for about 10 minutes creates a rich, tangy drink. It can be enjoyed warm in the morning or cooled for a refreshing iced tea. Doctors advise avoiding added sugar, as sweetening the tea reduces its benefits and may counteract its effect on blood pressure. For those who prefer a milder taste, combining hibiscus with herbs such as mint or ginger provides variety without diminishing its cardiovascular support. Doctors also advise caution for people taking certain medications, such as diuretics or drugs for lowering blood pressure, since hibiscus can enhance their effect. Consulting a healthcare provider before making hibiscus tea a daily habit is recommended, especially for seniors already on treatment plans. When consumed safely, hibiscus tea is considered one of the most reliable natural drinks for supporting healthy blood pressure. The strength of hibiscus tea lies in its combination of anthocyanins, antioxidants, and diuretic action. Together, these properties relax blood vessels, reduce oxidative stress, and ease sodium overload. For older adults seeking natural ways to manage hypertension, hibiscus tea offers a colorful, enjoyable, and evidence-based solution. Making it a part of the morning routine can provide lasting cardiovascular protection while also adding warmth and flavor to the day. Beetroot juice has gained attention in recent years for its powerful effect on blood pressure, and its benefits are supported by scientific research. The key lies in its high concentration of dietary nitrates. When consumed, these nitrates are converted by the body into nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes and widens blood vessels. Doctors explain that wider vessels allow blood to flow more freely, lowering the pressure placed on the heart. For seniors managing hypertension, this natural boost in nitric oxide can make a meaningful difference in daily blood pressure readings. Several clinical studies have confirmed this effect. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that adults who drank beetroot juice experienced significant reductions in both systolic and diastolic blood pressure within just a few hours. Other studies found that regular consumption maintained these benefits over weeks. Doctors often note that a small glass of beetroot juice can lower blood pressure by an amount comparable to some first-line medications, though it should always be used as a supportive habit rather than a replacement for prescribed treatment. Beetroot juice also contains antioxidants, particularly betalains, which give the vegetable its deep red color. These compounds protect the lining of blood vessels from oxidative stress, a process that stiffens arteries and contributes to long-term hypertension. By reducing oxidative damage, beetroot juice helps maintain vascular flexibility and supports overall cardiovascular health. Doctors frequently remind patients that protecting the endothelium, the inner lining of blood vessels, is essential for keeping pressure under control. Another important nutrient in beets is potassium. Potassium balances sodium in the body, encouraging the kidneys to excrete excess salt. Since high sodium intake is one of the strongest drivers of hypertension, potassium-rich foods like beetroot directly counteract this effect. Seniors, who often face challenges with fluid retention and salt sensitivity, benefit significantly from increasing potassium intake through natural foods rather than supplements. Beetroot juice can also improve circulation and oxygen delivery, which is why it is sometimes used by athletes to enhance performance. For older adults, better circulation means less strain on the heart and more efficient delivery of nutrients to tissues. Doctors emphasize that these systemic benefits extend beyond blood pressure, supporting energy levels and overall well-being. Preparation is straightforward. Fresh beetroot can be juiced alone or combined with other vegetables such as carrots or celery for a milder flavor. Doctors recommend starting with a small serving, about half a glass, and increasing gradually, as beetroot juice can be strong for sensitive stomachs. Its natural sweetness means no added sugar is necessary. However, individuals with kidney issues or those prone to kidney stones should consult their doctor before making it a daily habit, since beets contain oxalates that may affect kidney function. One commonly asked question is whether cooked beets offer the same benefits. While cooked beets are still nutritious, the nitrate content is highest in raw beetroot juice. Drinking it fresh maximizes the conversion to nitric oxide and delivers the strongest effect on blood pressure. Consistency matters most. Studies show that regular daily intake produces the most reliable results. The effectiveness of beetroot juice comes from its ability to combine nitrates, antioxidants, and potassium into one simple drink. Together, these compounds relax blood vessels, fight oxidative stress, and balance sodium levels. For seniors managing hypertension, a morning glass of beetroot juice is a practical and evidence-based way to support healthier blood pressure and reduce cardiovascular risk, while also providing a natural burst of color and vitality to the day. Green tea has been valued in many cultures for its calming qualities, but it is also one of the most studied natural drinks for cardiovascular health. Its benefits for blood pressure come mainly from catechins, a group of antioxidants that protect blood vessels and improve circulation. Doctors often point out that oxidative stress damages the endothelium, the delicate lining inside arteries. When this lining is injured, vessels lose their ability to expand and contract properly, leading to stiffness and higher blood pressure. Catechins in green tea help neutralize free radicals, preserving endothelial function and keeping arteries flexible. Several studies support this effect. Research published in the British Journal of Nutrition found that individuals who drank green tea regularly had lower blood pressure compared to those who rarely consumed it. The results showed modest but consistent reductions in both systolic and diastolic measurements. Doctors emphasize that while green tea is not a replacement for medication, its steady influence on vascular health can make a meaningful difference, especially when combined with other heart-healthy habits. Green tea also improves nitric oxide activity in the body. Nitric oxide relaxes blood vessel walls, widening the arteries and allowing blood to flow more easily. Doctors describe this as vasodilation, a process that reduces resistance and lowers pressure on the heart. This mechanism is similar to the way certain prescribed medications work, but in a milder, natural form. By enhancing nitric oxide, green tea gently supports circulation without overstimulating the body. Inflammation is another factor in high blood pressure, and green tea addresses this as well. Chronic inflammation narrows blood vessels and accelerates atherosclerosis, both of which raise blood pressure. Catechins and polyphenols in green tea reduce inflammatory markers in the bloodstream. Studies suggest that regular tea drinkers often show lower levels of C-reactive protein, a key measure of inflammation. Doctors highlight this as further evidence of green tea's protective role for cardiovascular health. Caffeine content in green tea is lower than in coffee, which makes it a gentler choice for seniors. While high caffeine intake can raise blood pressure temporarily, the moderate levels in green tea are balanced by the presence of L-theanine, an amino acid that promotes relaxation. Doctors often reassure patients that green tea's caffeine content is generally safe in moderate amounts and is less likely to cause blood pressure spikes than coffee or energy drinks. Another benefit lies in its potential to reduce cholesterol. Elevated cholesterol contributes to stiff arteries and higher blood pressure. Research shows that green tea can modestly lower LDL cholesterol while supporting HDL, the good cholesterol. By improving lipid balance, green tea further reduces strain on the heart. Doctors often note that small improvements across multiple risk factors add up to significant protection over time. Green tea is simple to prepare. Steeping fresh leaves or high-quality tea bags in hot water for 2 to 3 minutes provides a mild, refreshing drink. Oversteeping should be avoided, as it can increase bitterness without adding extra benefits. Drinking 1 to 3 cups a day is considered safe and effective for most adults. Doctors advise against adding too much sugar or cream, as this cancels out its cardiovascular advantages. By combining antioxidants, nitric oxide support, anti-inflammatory effects, and modest cholesterol reduction, green tea works on several pathways that influence blood pressure. It is inexpensive, accessible, and easy to include in a morning routine. For seniors managing hypertension, making green tea a daily practice offers a simple, evidence-based way to keep blood vessels healthier and reduce cardiovascular strain. An oatmeal smoothie is a nourishing and practical morning drink that can help lower blood pressure naturally. Oats are a rich source of soluble fiber, especially beta-glucans, which have been widely studied for their effect on cholesterol and cardiovascular health. Doctors explain that high cholesterol stiffens arteries and narrows blood flow, increasing blood pressure. Beta-glucans form a gel-like substance in the digestive tract that binds to cholesterol, helping the body eliminate it. By reducing LDL cholesterol levels, oatmeal smoothies support healthier arteries and lower the overall strain on the heart. Research confirms this benefit. A meta-analysis published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that regular oat consumption led to significant reductions in both cholesterol and systolic blood pressure. Doctors highlight these results as important for seniors, since small, steady improvements in cholesterol and pressure can dramatically lower the risk of heart attack and stroke. Oat-based drinks offer an easy way to achieve these results without complicated preparation. Beyond cholesterol management, oats provide minerals that directly affect blood pressure. Magnesium and potassium, both present in oats, support vascular relaxation. Doctors often remind patients that magnesium deficiency is linked with higher rates of hypertension. Potassium, on the other hand, helps the body balance sodium levels, encouraging the kidneys to flush out excess salt. Since sodium is a major driver of high blood pressure, adding potassium-rich foods like oats is a simple and effective countermeasure. Oats also contain antioxidants called avananthramides, which are unique to this grain. These compounds increase nitric oxide production in the body, leading to vasodilation, or the widening of blood vessels. Wider vessels mean smoother blood flow and less pressure on the heart. Studies show that avananthramides also reduce inflammation, which further protects arteries from damage. Doctors emphasize that oats provide a rare combination of fiber, minerals, and antioxidants that all support cardiovascular health in different ways. Blending oats into a smoothie makes them easier to consume, especially for seniors who may have difficulty chewing or digesting solid grains. Combining oats with fruits like bananas or berries adds natural sweetness along with additional potassium and antioxidants. Using low-fat milk, soy milk, or almond milk as a base provides protein and calcium without excess saturated fat. Doctors often recommend smoothies as a senior-friendly meal option because they are easy to digest and can be customized for specific dietary needs. Another advantage of an oatmeal smoothie is its ability to stabilize blood sugar. Refined carbohydrates cause rapid spikes and crashes in blood sugar, which can indirectly raise blood pressure by stressing the circulatory system. The soluble fiber in oats slows digestion, leading to steady energy release. Doctors note that stable blood sugar reduces vascular stress and contributes to healthier blood pressure over time. Preparation is simple. A basic recipe might include half a cup of rolled oats, 1 banana, a handful of berries, and a cup of milk or plant-based alternative. Blending until smooth creates a creamy, satisfying drink that supports heart health. Doctors advise against adding excess sugar or flavored syrups, as these cancel out the benefits by raising blood sugar and stressing the arteries. By combining beta-glucans, minerals, antioxidants, and soluble fiber, oatmeal smoothies provide a multi-layered defense against high blood pressure. They lower cholesterol, improve vascular function, stabilize blood sugar, and support overall cardiovascular resilience. For seniors looking for a practical, filling, and health-promoting breakfast drink, an oatmeal smoothie is one of the most effective and accessible options to include in the morning routine. Sugary fruit juices are often mistaken as healthy because they come from fruit, but in reality they can harm blood pressure when consumed regularly. Many commercial juices are stripped of fiber and concentrated with added sugars. Without the natural fiber found in whole fruit, the sugar from juice is absorbed rapidly into the bloodstream. Doctors explain that these sharp spikes in blood sugar place stress on blood vessels and increase oxidative stress, both of which contribute to higher blood pressure over time. Another concern is that juices are frequently consumed in large portions. A glass of orange juice may contain the sugar of 3 or 4 oranges, yet it does not provide the same feeling of fullness. Doctors note that this excess sugar load overwhelms the body, leading to higher insulin levels and fluid retention. Fluid retention raises the volume of blood circulating in the arteries, which directly increases blood pressure. For seniors, who are often more sensitive to sodium and fluid balance, this effect can be especially harmful. Research supports these concerns. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Hypertension found that adults who consumed sugary beverages, including fruit juices, had a greater risk of developing high blood pressure compared to those who limited intake. Another large-scale study confirmed that even moderate daily consumption of juice was associated with higher systolic pressure over time. These findings highlight that the natural label does not always mean safe when it comes to drinks for cardiovascular health. Juice also lacks important nutrients that help regulate blood pressure. Whole fruits provide fiber, which slows digestion, and potassium, which helps balance sodium. While some juice still contains potassium, the absence of fiber and the concentration of sugar tip the balance toward harm. Doctors encourage choosing whole fruit over juice because the chewing process, fiber content, and slower sugar release all protect against the rapid surges that burden the heart. Another hidden issue is the acidity of citrus juices, which can erode tooth enamel when consumed frequently without dilution. While this does not directly raise blood pressure, it adds unnecessary risk for seniors with already sensitive oral health. Diluting juice with water or choosing unsweetened alternatives reduces harm, but the safest approach for those managing hypertension is to minimize juice consumption altogether. The main reason sugary fruit juices should be avoided is their impact on blood sugar, insulin, and vascular stress. Unlike whole fruit, juice delivers too much sugar too quickly, causing fluid shifts and blood vessel strain that worsen hypertension. Doctors recommend replacing juice with water, herbal teas, or fresh fruit itself to gain the nutrients without the risks. For seniors concerned about blood pressure, saying goodbye to sugary fruit juices is a small but powerful step toward a healthier heart. Packaged energy drinks are one of the most harmful morning beverages for blood pressure. They are often marketed as boosters for energy and focus, but their ingredients can overstimulate the heart and place dangerous strain on blood vessels. Doctors consistently warn that these drinks contain high amounts of caffeine combined with added sugars and stimulants such as guarana or taurine. The mixture raises heart rate, narrows blood vessels, and spikes blood pressure rapidly, which can be especially risky for seniors. Caffeine is the most concerning component. While moderate caffeine from sources like tea or coffee may be manageable, energy drinks often contain 2 to 3 times the amount found in a cup of coffee. Doctors explain that this concentrated dose activates the nervous system strongly, leading to an immediate rise in heart rate and blood pressure. For older adults with hypertension or underlying heart conditions, the sudden spike can trigger palpitations, dizziness, or even more serious complications. Sugar content adds another layer of harm. Many energy drinks contain the equivalent of 10 or more teaspoons of sugar in a single can. High sugar contributes to glycation, which damages collagen in blood vessels and also causes rapid increases in insulin and fluid retention. This combination forces the heart to pump harder, worsening high blood pressure. Doctors point out that the pairing of sugar and caffeine creates a cycle of stimulation and crash, which places even more strain on the cardiovascular system. Artificial additives found in energy drinks, including flavor enhancers and preservatives, may also influence blood pressure indirectly by promoting inflammation. Chronic inflammation stiffens arteries and reduces their ability to respond flexibly to changes in circulation. Seniors already experience natural declines in vascular flexibility, and energy drinks accelerate this decline. Studies in cardiology journals confirm that frequent consumption of energy drinks is associated with higher blood pressure and greater risk of heart rhythm disturbances. Another problem is the serving size. Energy drinks are often sold in large cans, and people may consume them quickly, delivering a concentrated load of stimulants to the system. Doctors advise that this sudden intake is far more dangerous than smaller amounts spread throughout the day. Even healthy adults can experience blood pressure spikes, but for seniors with pre-existing hypertension, the risks are multiplied. The safest recommendation from health experts is to avoid packaged energy drinks entirely. They provide no essential nutrients, and their stimulants and sugars outweigh any perceived benefits. For those seeking morning energy, safer options include hydration with water, mild teas, or balanced breakfasts. Eliminating energy drinks is an immediate way to reduce unnecessary cardiovascular stress and protect blood pressure. Excessive coffee consumption is a common but often overlooked factor that can raise blood pressure. Coffee itself is not harmful in moderation, and some studies suggest it may offer health benefits. The problem arises when intake is too high. Doctors explain that caffeine is a stimulant that temporarily increases heart rate and constricts blood vessels. This reaction leads to short-term spikes in blood pressure, and for seniors with hypertension or sensitive cardiovascular systems, these spikes can add up to long-term strain. Caffeine affects each person differently, but older adults tend to metabolize it more slowly. This means the stimulating effects last longer in the body, keeping blood pressure elevated for extended periods. Doctors often remind patients that what feels like a harmless second or third cup of coffee may actually prolong the stress on arteries and the heart throughout the day. Over time, this added strain can worsen existing hypertension and increase the risk of complications. Research has shown that people who consume high amounts of coffee, often defined as more than 3 to 4 cups daily, are more likely to experience sustained increases in systolic and diastolic blood pressure. While moderate intake, around 1 to 2 cups per day, may be safe for many, excessive consumption is consistently linked with hypertension in older adults. Doctors caution that even moderate levels can be risky for those already struggling with high blood pressure. Another concern is that coffee is often paired with sugar, cream, or flavored syrups, which add calories and unhealthy fats. These additions can contribute to weight gain, higher cholesterol, and further stress on the cardiovascular system. Even without additives, excessive caffeine itself can cause jitteriness, poor sleep, and anxiety, all of which indirectly worsen blood pressure control. Doctors emphasize that disrupted sleep in particular is a strong predictor of hypertension, and caffeine late in the day is one of the most common causes of poor rest. It is important to recognize that coffee does contain beneficial compounds, including antioxidants, but the key is moderation. Doctors frequently advise patients to limit coffee to 1 or 2 cups daily, consumed earlier in the morning. Choosing smaller servings and avoiding oversized mugs helps reduce total caffeine intake. Seniors especially should monitor how coffee affects their body and adjust accordingly, since sensitivity increases with age. Excessive coffee raises blood pressure not only through caffeine's immediate effect but also through its impact on sleep, stress, and overall cardiovascular strain. Reducing intake to moderate levels or substituting with herbal or green teas provides a gentler alternative. For seniors concerned about hypertension, controlling coffee consumption is a practical and effective way to protect blood vessels and support healthier blood pressure levels.